Welcome Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo to 1111 Tarot. This is your happy Valentine, won't you be mine reading. Let's scroll over here to the 1111 Wheel of Life board. Mars Roro has already kicked in fully for me, so bear with me. Archangel Michael, please allow me to deliver the clearest message that is intended for the highest good of all those that listen. All right, my lovelies, before we start with what sign and that, I want to bring some things up to speed. If you are looking for this 1111 board, it is the Wheel of Life, and the details are down below in the description. Also, if you are looking for a pick a ring reading for you, for all the singles, I've also uploaded that. You get to pick your ring, and therefore you are choosing your reading. All right, my lovelies, let's get started here. Before we pick our sign for our reading, this little deck right here is a mystery deck, and I have saved it for our Valentine's reading. It is an anonymous deck gifted to me. It came from Amazon. It's not complete. It also has like 2 decks that are duplicated, but the graphics are different on the same cards. Very strange indeed. So we're going to use this in the reading as our magical little fun part of the reading. We'll save it for last. We're going to start the reading off with Capricorn. Let's cut the deck. Get your energy involved. Happy Valentine's Day, Capricorn. I hope things are going good. And we'll go ahead, choose 4. And we'll set them over here by our little rings. And we'll read those at the end. That gives us a little bit more clarity on what we don't know, what isn't being shown to us readily. We'll discover. Okay, Capricorn, let's start the middle reading of this spread off with the Great Spirit. And these are whispers of love. There we go. All decks have been pre-shuffled, premeditated, and pre-smudged. And let's get started. So you have a 13, which is all about reducing that number to a 4. It's all about foundation. And it says, miracles and blessings, everything has its gift. All right, Capricorn, look at all these little seed pods opening up. Let's get a really close look here as to what is in these seed pods. So we have miracles and blessings. We have a house. What is this? I'm really super close. I am not sure what that is. Let me see if we can get more light on the subject. Hold it still. I am unclear what that is. I intuitively see like movement, like past lives. There's a face in this one. And there's a squirrel or something. At least that's what I'm intuitively seeing. She's pointing or reaching for this leaf. And you don't get to see what it is. There's something unknown coming to you. And you're just going to have to trust that it is meant for you. And therefore, even though it may not feel as a blessing, it is a blessing because it has its gift. You know, that's how we have to take the good with the bad, you know. All right, my lovelies, let's dig a little further. So there's going to be some changes. I can feel that, Capricorn. Definitely. Everything has its gift. All right, Chakra Wisdom Tarot. Now, I've got the book out, and I've opened it up to the section so we can kind of get an idea of what the colors in this deck stand for. We're going to start here in the East. It's our air sign. It's all about this mind concept. It's about flexibility in your thoughts and wisdom coming from the collective. Wow. Yeah, this is going to bring in a whole new passionate beginning for you. See this stairwell and this bright light? You're going to ascend to a different level through the growth. So even though it might feel like it comes on as maybe a challenge, whatever this event is, whether it's, you know, a struggle in the relationship, or you're wanting to take it to a higher level, or there is a new beginning being offered, and it's coming from the collective, which is the ethereal. It's in the thought process, which means it's being manifested. And let's see where we're going. South Node takes you into the Earth realm. Now, my map here, it's all worn out because I use it for every read. Wow. High Priestess, you know. Your inside intuition, your gut is telling you that there is something waiting for you. You know it's coming. You're quite aware. You've been talking to the High Priestess, she that does not speaketh, but just simply gives you the feelings. And look, her hand is out to receive. She is, I've never noticed this. Look at this. Okay, we've got to get really good light. She is receiving, I'm trying to get a good picture here. This is, I feel, important. She is receiving a portal of authenticity. Wow. Okay, that was incredible. Here we go, Capricorn. We're going into the West. This is your fire sign. And this is all about how your ancestors are involved in this. How are they co-creating? Whoa, end of the cycle. Brand new beginning. I mean, you can't make it up. You have a 21. It's the last major arcana in the deck, right? It's the end of something, the world. It's all about traveling, whether it's ethereal or it's in the material world, which this happens to be in your placement of the physical material realm. So you might actually do some traveling. And it is aligned for you. She's dressed in this beautiful wedding dress. There may be a higher commitment on the table just because of the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. Now this has all the colors around this. When you get a major arcana deck, there's some weight to what's being shown. It's not something that's an event that's mild, that just kind of happens quickly, that week and goes on. It's actually a completed cycle when you get this card. Major cycle. And it does evoke this new beginning. So we have the closing of a cycle with this promised new beginning. And you knew it was coming. You could feel it coming. And so, yes, everything new is a challenge, if you will, because we don't have the book on that manual. You know, we don't know what's going to happen. So there's unknown. And so we have to know that everything has its gift. Here we go, moving up to our north, our water sign caps. Here we go. 6 of Swords. You don't get this unless you've gone through a serious battle. Now, the 5 of Swords comes before the 6 of Swords. It's all about this battle, this huge battle that is just someone's there to win at all costs, and the others just give up and walk away. They just don't even want to play that game, right? And then you go to the 6 of Swords, and that's when you get in this boat to go to a place where there's less mental anxiety, and you take a trip. And look, you are closing the cycle on this mental anguish, if you will, and you are pulling out your swords and putting them down in the boat. You're just like not going to talk about it. You're moving on, which is your highest position. This is your spiritual success. You have learned to take the lesson. You know your worth. You're ready to move to a new beginning. And maybe that's what this is. She knows her worth, her higher self. She can see her higher self. She knows her worth. I am amazed by this card tonight. It's beautiful. All right, my lovelies, let's get some blessings here. See where you are in your cycle. We'll cut this Blessings and Blessings deck. I do not know the real name of it. I've had it a while. Here we go. Shape-shifting clouds. Gemini energy here. Interesting. So you are going to be changing quite a bit. You are around someone that just shifted gears, or you just shifted gears, that brought this oh my God, brought this new beginning. So something is closed in the cycle. And now we have this new beginning dawning for you, which is beautiful. And it's going to be aligned for your highest good. It's an ace here. And I always feel this dawn, new beginning, is also more or less an ace, if you will. So now, Caps, you've got your foundation built here in the middle, which is your fate and your destiny, which crosses our path here. And let's build up your foundation through your involvement. Let's qualify this Ace of Wands here. We're going for Valentine's Day or any time really that you want to hear this message. Whenever you're meant to hear it, you're going to hear it. It's illumination in the, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I have the whole deck in the reverse, so there's time to adjust. All right, so there's going to, that probably is what the shape shifting is. Adjust your perspective time. Maybe as it ends in the way that you had it before, there's a whole new beginning in that, or you've closed something completely and you're going to a brand new beginning. And I do feel new. See, new beginning, Ace of Wands. I feel as though, Capricorn, you're going for something that's the best for you. It's in your 11th house, which is all about, you know, your social status, if you will, how others see you. And you are in a just position. It is in your favor. As we go into clarity, we have the 6 of Wands, and in wisdom, you have the 9 of Wands. So this is something, this new beginning that you want to protect, and that you're really thinking over, but you do feel now that you can be victorious over it. And that's with your 6 of Wands in clarity. It's in Gemini, placement on the board, your 3rd house. Your 3rd house is all about your communication. But you're really thinking about it in wisdom if this is something that, you know, you do know you've invested a lot of time in this. That's how you get to the 9 of Wands. But you're either going to move to the 10 of Wands because you just feel this is too heavy, or you're going to protect this with everything you got because of your investment. And that's a decision that's being made. And your intuition, you're the only one that's going to know that. So in love, you have the Queen of Wands. Beautiful energy. Trust, you have the King of Pentacles. And in growth, you have the Judgment. So in love, which is all about your higher placement with your 10th house, you have the Queen of Wands. This is a very sensual, well-to-do person. Not well-to-do. How do I put this? They're rich in character, and they're go-getter. They know what they want. They are not... They're full of confidence, but not ego. They're sensual. That's the Queen of Wands. And so you do see that in a love position. Now, trust, you have this King of Pentacles. And that's the issue here. It's the true issue, is that you really, you know you can trust this person, but you have a question about yourself. Is this the right thing for me? And so somehow communication came through, and in communication, you're being called to make the judgment call. That's the decision. And you know the answer, which is right for you, and only you are allowed to make that decision. And that's where tarot doesn't help anybody, because it boils down to, do you feel this is right for you? And even tarot will hand the question back to you and say, follow your gut. Follow your intuition. Now, this is also entrepreneurial energy. And you team that up with this King of Pentacles and Judgment. And it's basically someone wanting to make a long-term investment, right? It's on the table. Let's move ahead. We're going to qualify the World. Here we go, Cappies. Introspection, the Queen of Cup. Very loving, nurturing. The Queen of Cup is somebody that's very intuitive. They can be a psychic. They can be a medium, somebody that channels. They just know that they're spiritually on a path on this planet. You know, they're full of love and nurturing. Dream, you have the 5 of Pentacles. In this 5 of Pentacles, you know, it's a sense of maybe you're not feeling good enough for this individual. Or at least that's how you're perceiving yourself. But when someone falls in love, they fall in love with the light, not the exterior. So that's something you need to understand, because once they fall in love with the interior, the body becomes naturally beautiful and accepted. All right, we're moving to experience. Options. Yeah, somebody's looking at their options. And I feel that they feel that there's both of the people, both energies have options. And that may be what brought this to a point of putting the communication on the table. And it didn't come together. It closed a cycle. Somebody is moving away from that feeling of being an option. They don't like feeling an option, and they are just done with the talk, and they are moving ahead. Let's clarify the Six of Swords. We have cleansing, renewal, and purity. Five of Wands. Yeah, this is drama. Can be. It can also just be emotions being expressed, but you have way too many people. That's what's confusing you. And what do you need to do? You need to cleanse all this information overload. You are pulling in too many different opinions, okay? And it needs to be cleansed. The only opinion, if this person is right for you or not, is you. You are the only one that is going to know this, I assure you. And the universe is telling you that as well. Okay, we're going up here to renewal. Seven of Swords. Not feeling good enough. Self-sabotage. Talking yourself out of it. Letting others' opinions get in here. It's been renewed. So you're still not following what you know needs to be heard. You're still allowing yourself to be persuaded by others rather than following your own. And that's the huge complication, not just in this relationship, but overall. Purity, fourth house. In the position of purity, marked by spiritual success. This is true love. Don't self-sabotage. Don't talk yourself out of something that's really meant for you. If it's meant for you, you'll know it. You'll know it. You'll feel it. It won't be that you have to go ask anyone. Just saying. Let's get your mystery deck out here, right? All right, my lovely Capricorns. Here we go. Qualifying this Ace of Wands. Oof. Fox in the chicken house. These options are causing you guys to feel pressured. That's what's happening. Because this is the Nine of Clubs. It's also the same as Nine of Swords. It is absolutely feeling the pressure of the situation. You know, this hen house is protected. See this? And they're kind of like eyeing each other up. So you do feel there's a rival that is disturbing this position. High Priestess, you've got a 32, so you go from a 14. Root number reduced is 5, okay? The reduction of 14 is 1 plus 4 is 5. You move to a 32, which is 3 plus 2 reduced to a 5. So you have two 5s. 5 is change, challenge. And it is also the 8 of Heart, 8 of Cups. And you have the High Priestess, and you see this time has passed. And it's the universe is saying, this is a closed deal. This is a change. This is a cycle that is complete. It's had its season. Take the gifts that were offered and let's move along, right? Okay, we're moving to the world. We're clarifying this. Oh my gosh. Lily, my grandma who passed away, had a thing for lilies. So when I see them and then I see this, I always think of ancestors, because she's one of my guides. And look, this is in our ancestral position. It's a 21, the world, a completed cycle. And it's the King of Cups. Deep, deep love coming from your ancestors as the cycle closes. And you tried 3 times to make this work, and it's time to close it. So let's move to the 6 of Swords up here. Wow. Talk about intuition. 7 of Diamonds is victorious, and you are moving to where you see, wherever it is that's going to take you to a much better place mentally. I do see this pair. It's a 12, root number of 3, divinely aligned. And indeed, this is a victorious 2 owls. Talk about all-knowing, right? I think both of you know this intuitively is based on mutual love. But I believe that it is time for you to make a decision that only you can make. Okay, Cappies? That's your Valentine's Day. Take the new beginning, because you're getting one either way. But in taking the new beginning, is it a self cup of love that you're taking? Or are you sharing a self cup of love with another? I love you so much. I love you to the moon and back. I do, and justice will be served. Much love, much light. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much, Cappies. I almost forgot. I wanted to give you a little bonus for Valentine's Day. So Capricorn, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, it's going to turn out in your favor. Justice, very good card. If you're dealing with a Gemini, they're going to come in and want a victory with you. If you are dealing with a Libra, they're feeling very defensive, but they are looking at a new beginning. It's being pondered, so that's good news. If you are looking with a Capricorn, they feel very passionate about you. They feel like you are the catch. And if you are dealing with a Taurus, you are dealing with somebody that is slow moving, but they are dealing with a lot of pressure in their life and a lot of balance with the Taurus and this King of Pentacles. So they're going to come in solid, and they're there for the long term. If you are dealing with a Virgo, a judgment call is being made to the table, something you're going to have to decide. And if you are dealing with a Sagittarius, then you are dealing with somebody that is very intuitive, and they have a giant cup of love for you, and they are going with their higher intuition, you know. And if you are dealing with a Leo, things are a little out of balance here. A little bit of work needs to be done in order to bring this into balance. And it could be that there's options for both of you. If you're dealing with an Aries, options and confusion, there's a lot of things that need to be cleared up in this before you could really dig in to find out the clarity that you're seeking. So some options need to be cleared up. If you are dealing with a Pisces, there is definitely conflict on the board. Mostly because I feel there's too many energies involved with interference. If you are dealing with a Scorpio, they are feeling as though they're not good enough, or they are feeling cheated out of something that was destined for them. And if you are dealing with Cancer, this is true love, baby. True love, baby doll. I promise you. Look, look, look. The cards don't lie. My cards don't lie, because Archangel Michael guides my cards. All right, now we're going to move all along. We'll clean up all these beautiful cards. I'll give you one last peek. There you are. And we'll move forward. Thank you, and happy Valentine's Day. All right, Taurus, happy Valentine. Won't you be mine? Let's do this. We got the 1111 Wheel of Life board here, and this is what we'll use to do the spread. I'll explain the aspects as we go. So we have the mystery cards here. We'll shuffle. Well, we'll cut the deck, get your energy involved. All decks have been pre-shuffled, pre-smudged, and premeditated on. There are the 4 cards we're going to save right here. If you want to watch the 3 rings so you can pick your own ring to see who you're going to marry, that video is uploaded. Okay, let's get started, Taurus. We'll come back to these at the very end and find out what it is that we need to know that is not being readily shown. And let's start with the Great Spirit in the middle. It's a 28, so we're completing a cycle. The union of hearts. A love connection defies explanation, Taurus. Well, this is beautiful. Look how rooted they are. The union of hearts. What a Valentine card, right? Wow, that is beautiful. That's Whispers of Love. Let's switch over. We're going to use the tarot now. That's an oracle deck. We're going to use the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. And if we see a whole bunch of the same color, I've got the spread from the book over here, so we'll be able to use that. Whoops. Let me move this out of our way so we can use them. In the east, where the air is, this is where the sun rises. It's the beginning of everything that we think about, our dreams, our wisdom and understanding in a telepathic way. So Queen of Coins, in the south node, your earth realm, you're manifesting a decision, the Two of Wands. And then as we move into the west, fire, this is all what the ancestors speak. Justice, beautiful, major arcana, north node, the water area, the spiritual success, you have the Lovers. What? Well, Taurus, this is going to be an interesting Valentine's Day. Here we go. So when you look at this, you have the Queen of Coins. This is very possible your energy. When you see the Queen of Coins, Pentacles, this is Sagittarian and Capricorn energy through the tarot. But it can just be that you're representing that solid fixed sign in the stability way. The Queen of Coins is somebody that sits on their throne, knows their worth. This, to me, is the highest level of material wealth in the deck as a queen. I mean, as the queen. You look at the rest of the Pentacle suits, and other than the king, and she holds her position with a great authority, but done in a graceful, humble way. It's absolutely exquisite energy. Can also be this feeling of somebody that is very set in their ways. Now we have this decision that's on this board, this Two of Wands that's being made, and it is in the material realm. So there's something tangible, the thought, a decision to either go for it or not. And so we have this magical orb floating above her hand, and she's got to go within and pick one of these magical wands, and you can only have the one wand. So which way do we go? I feel like you've gone through like an inner seeking, Taurus, and because you don't have enough information, you're just going to put it out there and let someone else decide. Interesting. All right, Taurus, we're going up here to Justice, and that's what you're trusting. You're trusting that if this is meant for you, it will come. And I do see that this is in the upright, and this is the right decision to just put your love out there, if you will, possibly to this Queen of Coins sign. Like I said, Queen of Coins is Sagittarius or Capricorn energy. So I feel like you're putting out an offer, if you will, and you're waiting on a decision from this person. And it might be that the decision was already made and that you feel just with it. Interesting. Then you move up here to the Lovers. And again, we have this decision. So in your North Node, you have the decision between lovers. This is spiritual success. And down here, you're asking a decision to be made. So something gets decided and it comes back at you and reflected. And then you end up with the one having to make a decision. Wow, Taurus. Quite incredible. Look at the colors. Now we have the two colors here I'm going to talk about that are very close to the same. So you've got this color, which means messages according to the book. What you see in your life is your creation. So you're creating what you feel is just. And that is to put the truth out there. And then when you look at this color, this is all about the origin. And you wonder, is this some family hidden agenda or agreement from past lives, or is this something real that is meant for you? And so I do think that that is what you're trying to clear up here. It is interesting that the divine is saying this love connection defies explanation. So this may go on for many lifetimes if that's what your belief is. Here we go. We're going to qualify this Queen of Coins with this blessings and lessons cards. Now, I don't know the true name of this deck, but I've had it for a while. It's my blessings and lessons cards. Here we go. Meadow, vulnerability. Yeah, you may have been the one. Someone put themselves out there. This is how I feel, and I'm going to lay it on the table no matter what, because I can see this beautiful new beginning. And yes, I know it's going to be a hard trip to get up to the top of that mountain, but look at the beautiful trip I see. So very vulnerable, if you will. And then we move over here. Breathe. Forest. Interesting. So we have the meadow, which is open, and you can clearly see how you feel, right? But then it gets cloudy because it's hard to see the forest because of the trees, right? So just time for you to breathe. It's now turned over to the divine, and what comes, what may, you know? And that's how I feel you are at this point. You're thinking that this decision is in the hands of others, but I do think it's going to come back at you somehow. I see that because of the choice in Lovers in your North Node. All right, let's do some serious qualifying here. Now, as destiny and fate cross your path with the co-mingling of the divine, we're going to qualify your foundations of how you interact and how you manifest with co-creating with the 5D. In illumination, you have the 10 of Pentacles. In clarity, you have the 4 of Wands. In wisdom, you have the 6 of Wands. Are you kidding me? This is crazy good. Whoa. So, you see this energy, or they see you. If you're the one that's steady and have this balanced appeal, that's the way I feel. Like this person has their shit together, right? Then that's you. Then this is how they feel about you. If you see them as that person, this is how you feel about them. I'll let you see how this resonates. In illumination, it's being clearly shown to you that this is your 10 of Pentacles. Not just a 10 of Cups where you get emotional foundation, but like you get the whole thing. Financial, emotional, everything balances out as how this individual is seeing it. And then in clarity, which is all about communications, it's like there's nothing hidden here. There's just honesty, truth being exposed. And it is correctly aligned with the clarity in the house of Gemini, third house. Third house is about communication, and it can be about travel, you know, and so forth. And then in wisdom, you will be victorious because you have done right by yourself. You know, and in doing this, knowing that you've done everything that you can is where you feel you have put your wishes out there for the universe to manifest what needs to be done. And so you're like, okay, there it is. Right here's what I'm showing you. You know, I've got all my feelings on the board, or they do. And now it's time to choose a wand. So let's clarify this 2 of Wands. In love, you have the Hierophant. Wow. Ooh, interesting. In trust, you have the 3 of Swords reversed. Oh my golly. In growth, you have the 5 of Pentacle. Beautiful energy. When you see the Hierophant in love, camera shut off, so we'll start again. It's all about this higher commitment as a Hierophant in love. And it is definitely looking as though the decision is to commit to love. Somebody is ready to commit, and they are putting it on the table. Right, Taurus? This is either you have put your offer out there, or they have, and now we're waiting for the decision. Now, what's interesting is you can trust that this person is not here to hurt you, nor are you hurting them. So this is a beautiful card to get in the reverse. It's in your trust, and it's Three of Swords is over. It's like this no longer is going to weigh on you, because it's almost as though somebody has said, I want to go monogamous and I want to up this commitment to just being us, right? What's interesting is in growth, not feeling good enough is where you were. And now, Taurus, I feel like you're saying, I'm past this. I've grown out of this. I'm not good enough. I know I'm good enough. I know I'm good enough, right? Beautiful energy. Let's roll the camera right up here. We're going to qualify this beautiful Justice card, which her sword is so upright. And look at that beautiful divine lighting that illuminates her hands, especially the scale of justice here. Here we go. Let's move up to our physical material realm. In introspection, you have the Five of Wands. In dream, you have the Hanged Man. And in experience, you have the Knave of Wands. So, experience, you do feel like you're working with somebody that is very inexperienced, actually, in love. Or your experience could be that you feel like you have a young one, or there's a child involved. That's what I'm feeling, like a child involved that's weighing heavy on this decision. A Hanged Man is a new perspective, and that's what you're getting in your dream. And then in your introspect, it's Five of Wands. It is a little bit complicated, if you will. And so it's a complicated decision that you're getting a new perspective of. Perhaps this was just something that isn't ripe on the vine yet. So it brings you to a decision between lovers, right? And decision in lovers is one, you could be loving yourself or this person, or you might have two energies to choose between. Let's look at your spiritual success here. Qualifying and cleansing, you have the Knight of Swords. In renewal, you have Seven of Pentacles. There it is, not ripe, right? And purity, Five of Swords. Wow. This pretty much sums up what I'm seeing here. In your cleansing, it's this Knight of Swords. It's about, Knight of Swords is just coming in, cutting the clarity right in, saying what you mean, laying it on the line, and then dropping it right there. Like, just putting it out there. And in renewal, all these seeds that you planted, you're looking, they're not quite ripe yet. They're still on the tree. So in time, this might be something down the road, but right now, it's a card of, divine timing. And interesting, the place of purity on the board, you have this Five of Swords, a battle. And this may have caused you to, it's winning at all costs. It's also a card of not wanting to play the game anymore, because you feel like there's a game being had. And so somebody might be like, well, you can win. I'm done. I'm walking away. Very interesting. So this union of hearts, this love connection defies explanation, is quite intense. I feel like it's gone on for a while. Let's get your mystery cards here. Here we go. Qualifying this Queen of Coin. We have this Eight of Heart. I'm sorry, it's all a Eight of Spade. So you have a 20, but this is also the Eight of Spade, which is very much like the Eight of Swords. It's self-imprisonment on the normal Rider-Waite. But it was also about getting out of that and walking from that energy to what is better for you. And you see this Queen of Coin energy, again, Capricorn, Sag energy, as going to something much higher and beautiful. And I think this is, you have the 30 here, or 28, I should say, and 30. So you have completed cycles all around the board. Let's move into the Two of Wands. We have 33 on the board. And this decision is about, what is right for you. Is this the right commitment? It's the Eight of Diamonds. It's about what works for your highest good, because you've got your freedom and you own the key to your own cage. So are you willing to share that key that could lock you in a cage? And I think that's your biggest concern. What is being weighed out here is if this is the right decision to make. You don't want to feel trapped, right? Let's move up here to justice. And maybe that's why you came clean. Maybe you felt like you were trapped. In justice, it's a 42, which is all about love. And it's the compass here. And this is the wheel with the north, east, south, and west. And that's what we're doing here is we're going from the north to the south to the west. I'm sorry, north, east, south, west. So it's about alignment. What is aligned for your highest good is very important here. And you're the only one that can make this decision right here. The Lovers. Here we go. Qualified with a number 1. 9 of Hearts. Wish fulfillment. Wow. You've got the 10 of Pentacles, Taurus. In illumination, you've got the 4 of Wands in clarity. You've got the victorious 6 of Wands here. You know, this is all about your 1111, and you're on 1111 tarot, and this is the 1111 Wheel of Life. So that's a lot of 1111s here. And you're ending up in your north node with wish fulfillment right on top of the Lovers. I love this reading. Absolutely beautiful. It's going to be your choice. It is, because it's what is your wish fulfillment. You've got to know. You've got to know if this is aligned for you or not, because it will be given to you. What is right for you will be given to you. Just need to breathe and trust in the universe. I love you to the moon and back. Thank you so much, Taurus, and happy Valentine's Day. I did it again. I almost forgot. I want to give you guys this little extra. So, Taurus, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, this looks aligned. Absolutely beautiful. I do not see any issues with this. Again, if you're dealing with a Gemini, this looks like it's a spiritual commitment, if you will, coming forward. If you are dealing with a Libra, I see somebody feeling victorious and feeling as though this is a time to celebrate. And if you are dealing with a Capricorn, I see higher commitment decision is being put on the table and somebody is feeling or offering a higher commitment. If you are dealing with a Taurus, I feel like there is a lot of healing going on, and I feel like somebody in the past may have broke your heart, and that is what is being healed. If you are dealing with a Virgo, I feel like there is some balance required here. It's off balance. Somebody is feeling like they're not good enough and need to improve their own energy level to bring it up. And if you are dealing with a Sagittarius, there is a lot of interference here with energies with that 5 of Wands, and that's keeping things very confusing. If you're dealing with a Leo, then somebody's getting a new perspective, and the outcome is going to be completely different than they originally had felt like was going to happen. If you are dealing with an Aries, you might possibly feel as though that this is a very immature tit for tat kind of play. It can also mean that this is an in and out energy that's not stable for you. It could be that it's a very, very new relationship as well. And if you are dealing with a Pisces, you have the Knight of Swords. Somebody's making swift communication, and it's just going to be put out there. And like, here's how I feel. If you are dealing with a Scorpio, Taurus, it's all about divine timing. And it's not quite ready yet. It's going to require some patience, because you're going to get it in the long run because you planted these seeds, but it's not in your control. And so that's where we get a lot of the breathe and vulnerability coming from. And if you are dealing with a Cancer, I do believe there's a battle being had. And it's like somebody drew the line in the dirt and they're like, here we are, where do you stand? All right, now let's jump over to the Virgo. Thank you so much. Hello, Virgo. Welcome to 1111 Tarot. Happy Valentine's Day, and won't you be mine? Here we go. Let's start your reading. We're going to switch over to this little deck here. This is our mystery deck. It's the strangest little deck. Just came out of nowhere. I cut the deck just to get your energy involved. I've already pre-shuffled, pre-smudged, and premeditated on all the cards, all the decks that will be used in your reading. We're going to put these over here. We'll save them for the end. This is what we don't see coming, okay? And if you are interested in a Pickering reading, that video is also uploaded if you're single and wanting to know who are you going to marry this Valentine's Day. Let's get started here, Virgo. This is Whispers of Love. I've cut the deck, and we're going to start here with Great Spirit. You have a 27. And it says spiritual connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Look at all the lifetimes. Like, we have this castle up here. Wow. Let me see if I can get the light on it. There it is. Oh, wow. And it just spills out. Look at the maze in the background here. Like a labyrinth in the desert. Exquisite. So this may have involved lifetimes beyond what you're experiencing now. Or it might be that this is somebody from a past life. It's definitely a soul connection here. Let's switch over to the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. And if we do get a lot of the same color, or a color worth mentioning, I brought out the book so that we can peek at that. Let's cut your energy into the deck. And let's see where we are. All right, Virgo, in the East air, this is all about communication. It's all about our thoughts, our dreams, and our wisdom. We have the 3 of Coins. In our South Node, Earth Realm, we have the 9 of Wands. And in the West, Fire, all about our communication from our ancestors. We have the Chariot. And in the North, your water sign. Everybody has a little bit of all in their chart. This is your North Node, your spiritual success. You have the Knight of Wands. Interesting combination here. Let's dig in a little bit. So obviously this is lifetimes that you've been through this, and it's the 3 of Coins. It's about co-creation here. I always feel like it's interesting that she's actually painting this pentacle gold. It's like not all that is gold, or not all that glitters as gold, comes to mind. And look at the selection, but at the same time, it's 3 offers of a new beginning to work together. Something about co-creation with this new beginning. As we move into your South Node, this is about what's being manifested now, and it's the 9 of Wands. This is somebody that's pulled the stake. Out of all the selections, they've made their decision, and they're going to protect this one choice. Could be a fire sign, just because we have fire coming off this wand, and it's a lot of passion in this color. Now, as you move up to your ancestors, we have Red again, and it's all about this new beginning of this victorious feeling. The Chariot is all about your higher destination, your higher plan. It's forward movement. So I do see that you are moving along. I do see that there is opportunity for a victory in your favor. Very beautiful energy. And then we're going to move up to our North Node. You have this Knight of Wands. Now, this is somebody that charges in very passionately, but it's an in and out energy. So this is something that I feel is a challenge for you, is because it's inconsistent. Maybe there's somebody that's wearing their heart on their sleeve, if you will, and they come in and they give it all they got, and they're just impatient. They hurry through something, if you will. It can be a disruptive energy as well. And so you're being asked to co-create, to bring in something stable, to be victorious. Let's go ahead and get some lessons and blessings on this reading. Now, forgive me, I don't know the name of this deck exactly. Had it for a while. Here we go. Let's see what we've got in our cycle. Desert, Vision Quest. Yeah, you've been on this adventure for a long, long time. It's like you're looking for water in the desert, and you keep getting tricked by this oasis, and it's there, but then when you get up there, it's gone. It's in, it's out. It's in, it's out. Like a bunch of false starts. And it might even, like I said, distracting you off your true path to go towards the real oasis. Okay? Let's see where you're headed. Oh, surrounded by water. You're going from the desert to an island of solitude, which is surrounded by this plush green, as well as this lovely water reflecting back to us, this plush energy. And look, there's a lilac bush, which is all about serenity and peace. You're definitely going towards, you're pulling away from things that are not consistent in your life. I think you're taking notice more of this path that you're trying to stay on and going towards something that's going to bring you a lot better prosperity. Now, as fate and destiny crosses our path, let's dive a little deeper and get into the baby tarot here. And let's see what this Valentine's Day brings from my Virgo as we get some clarification. Let's clarify this Three of Coins moving into our mind and concept. In illumination, you have the Ace of Wands. Clarity, you have the Two of Wands. And in wisdom, you have an Ace of Cups. Holy crap, 2 aces on the board in between the decision of 2 wands. What, Virgo? You definitely have some beautiful cards here. So illuminated to you is this passionate new beginning, passion and compassion. And that's absolutely exquisite. And it's all about you deciding which wand to choose. You can see the wands aligned on the wall. And in clarity, you have to make a decision. In wisdom, you have this beautiful new offer of self-love. So do you go with compassion for another? Or do you drink this self-love? That's what's on the board. And so you are looking at this situation very strongly. What is right for me, you're asking. In love, you have the Three of Pentacles. In trust, you have the Death. There is something changing, shifting majorly. And Eight of Pentacles in growth. So you are making a decision. You again have this Three of Pentacles. Here you have this Three of Pentacles. So out of love and compassion, are you willing to work together here to provide a solid foundation? In trust, however, it's done. You're starting all over. You can clearly see what you need to do is to invest in yourself. And you do have that in growth. So that's beautiful that you're finally putting yourself forward. So out of this, you do feel that you need to give compassion, but you also are setting boundaries that protect your own self, if you will. So that's a very beautiful energy. And let's move forward. We're going to qualify this Chariot, which is divinely guided and will be in your favor. Introspection, Magician, exquisite. In dream, Five of Pentacles. In experience, the Hanged Man. So you've definitely got a whole new perspective in your experience. In the past, you may have blown up another person's life raft when yours was leaking. And the perspective has given you that it comes in balance, that there becomes one person is getting much more from you than they're giving to you. And so you're manifesting what is for your highest good here. And that is going to keep you aligned with your higher spirit, your highest possible path. And Virgo, as you move forward, you've got this in and out energy here, and you clearly see it. And that's what's going to be the challenge for you right now as we move into our spiritual success. In cleansing, you have this Knight of Pentacles. In renewal, you have the Six of Swords. And in purity, you have the Emperor. What? Okay. I want to kind of do something I haven't done in a while, which is to compare this, which is this Cup of Love, which goes straight up to this King of Pentacles. You do see this is very steady energy. It's in cleansing, and you need to get steady. You need to be the foundational, like, cornerstone of your world, and you see that. But this Cup of Love is also being brought to you through this King of Coin, which is Taurus, Aries energy. Doesn't have to be, but they may have that in their natal chart, or you might. Now, in renewal, you are finding that this has brought you to the blessing of moving to calmer grounds. And you are taking charge of your life. Purity, the emperor. You are the one in charge of your world. Yeah, you're no longer letting someone else take the reins to the chariot. You're going to keep that for yourself. And that is beautiful. Here we go, clarifying this 3 of coins. We have a 24. Look at this. Swan's mate for life. It's the Jack of Heart. So this is absolutely a very new love. And it's above this Ace of Cup. It is divinely aligned. It's a 6 because you take the 2 plus a 4 and you get the reduction of 6. And it's with this King of Pentacle. Yeah, there is something gorgeous coming in for you. Let's qualify this 9 of Wands. You have 37, which is a reduction of 10. A 10 to 1. Something's closing and something is renewing. So you're closing a cycle. I find it interesting that you have a rooster and you have an owl on this cuckoo clock. Things may seem very chaotic around you, causing you to protect your new beginning. And I think you're closing down this chaotic cycle so that you can protect what's important to you. Right? That's what I feel like, this cuckoo clock. Yeah, definitely. Let's move forward. The Chariot. This is divinely aligned for you, is coming right at you. The Queen of Diamond. This is the same as the Queen of Pentacle. And you have the King of Pentacle on the board. It's a 22, might mean something to you. You might want to Google that master number. This is, look at the 2 paths here. Look at this. You have the 2 swans that are coming together, these soulmates coming together with heart right in between them. And they're holding this decanter's lid, the stopper, together with their beaks. And then, comparatively, you have this heart-shaped path where you're together, then you're separated, but you come back together. Something is being brought in purposely for alignment by the divine. It's over the Chariot card. This Knight of Wands, in and out energy. What? It's in reverse. I do not take the mystery cards in reverse, so we're going to flip it. It's Queen of Hearts. It's all about this intuitively knowing what's right for you and seeing how they're paired up. This is a 17, which is the reduction number of 8, and that's all about something brand new. You have new love coming in, and it looks like it is soulmates in every part of your reading, all the way from this Cup of Love, Virgo, to these twin swans, to these twin cranes, to these twin walking up this balcony and coming together. And then this relationship, a relationship, has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. I think you're finally coming out of this dry desert and you're coming into this beautiful energy of solitude that is what calls in the stability of this soulmate. I love you so much, Virgo, to the moon and back. Happy Valentine's Day. If you would please just hit that like and subscribe button and help the channel grow. Every little bit gives me inspiration to continue to do these readings for you all. Thank you. Much light, much love, and namaste. Yes, I forgot on every one of your readings, but here it is. All right, Virgo. If you are dealing with an Aquarius, you have a passionate new beginning, a new offer going to be offered to you. Let me see if I can get the camera back in focus. I don't understand. There it is. If you are dealing with a Gemini, there is a decision being had and a choice being made. If you are dealing with a Libra, somebody has a giant cup of love for you. If you are crossing paths with a Capricorn, there needs to be some cooperation. You need to co-work together to come to a balance within yourselves. You guys are missing one of the pentacles for the 4 corners, and you'll need to work together to figure out what it is that you need to bring into balance. If you are dealing with a Taurus, there is a huge change in your relationship. So something is closing and completely done, and there is a new beginning on the horizon. Whether it's apart or together, I am not sure, but you're going to need to work together if you're going to try to renew this. Otherwise, I feel with a Taurus, this is a done deal, Virgo. And if you are working with a Virgo like yourself, then this is somebody that is working on themselves and mirroring your energy. If you are working with a Sagittarius, you're both manifesting each other. This is coming along beautifully. If you are working with a Leo, or they are crossing your path, this is somebody that is a little bit out of imbalance with you. You're not on the same page, and that's something that's going to have to come together if this is going to work. And if you are working with an Aries, somebody's getting a whole new perspective. They're in rest mode, they're in reconsideration, and they're looking at things from all different angles. If you are dealing with a Pisces Virgo, this is somebody that is a very steady, they're very slow moving, they're analytical, they're thinking this out and seeing if this is for their highest good. If you are dealing with a Scorpio, there could be a separation, or you might be coming together to move to calmer grounds. There may be a cooling off period that you're both feeling at this time. And if you are dealing with a Cancer, somebody sees you as the emperor, or you are investing in yourself in the right way. This is all 4 kings on the board. There you go, Virgo. Sorry about that. Hey, don't feel left out. I did every one of the earth signs, had to come back and redo it. But I did not leave you hanging, did I? I love you. Happy Valentine's Day. Much love, much light. Namaste.